Hey there, Lysandra Everett here, the Millionaire Mill Spouse, and I wanted to shoot this video today to share with you about the furlough that's happening with our government. If you don't know, I do believe starting tomorrow, which would be Monday, and some may have already happened, there are, government employees are receiving furlough notices, so I wanted to really explain what that means so that so you really know what's happening to these people. Because see, I remember growing up that the optimal goal in life was to get through school and get you a good government job because that was the safest place to be. Well, those times have changed, and people need to realize that. The government, the military, people went, usually flocked to those jobs because it was always considered safe. Safe in that there's, no layoffs, no getting fired and all of that stuff. But again, we're in a time where that's different. And so I want to share with you what's happening now so that you can understand and also maybe come up with an alternate plan. So the first thing, what is a furlough? And I'm reading this off of the Office of Personnel Management government site. So this is where this information is coming from. So what is a furlough? A furlough is the placing of an employee in a temporary non-duty, non-pay status because of lack of work or funds or other non-disciplinary reasons. Essentially, if the government can't pay you, then we're going to reduce your hours in some way, shape, or form. Now, that means that your job, instead of you working 5 full days a week, you may only work 4 full days a week and get paid for those 4 full days. So there are other types of guidance you need to, you're talking about, you might think, well, let me just go and get another job. Well, you need to check with your supervisor, and you need to check with the regulations governing your specific occupation to make sure that you can go find another job. So, and especially when you're in a place like where we are right now, it's kind of small. So it might not necessarily be as easy as just going out and finding another job, right? With the way that our job situation is going. So let's continue with some other definition type stuff. Okay, what is an administrative furlough and why are they necessary? And this is a planned event by an agency which is designed to absorb reductions necessitated by downsizing, reduced funding, lack of work, or any other budget situation other than a lapse in appropriations. So essentially, we don't have any money, so we gotta cut somewhere. To talk about what does it mean to be in a furlough status. That means that you are not getting paid and you're not working, but you still have a job, right? So that means that those hours off, those furlough hours, are a type of leave of absence without pay. So, and the furlough period can last for 6 months. It could last for a year. It could last for 2 months. It just really depends on what happens, with the budget. So you might start out, getting furloughed for 30 days. Well, then that 30 days might stretch to 6 months, or you might start out at 6 months and it gets reduced to 30 days. So, there's different things that can happen with a furlough. But the point I'm trying to make is this, that you need to realize that the government is not the safest place to be anymore. Don't get me wrong. I'm a military spouse. My husband is in the Army and has been for quite a few years. But understand, too, that even military jobs are not safe. When we see a reduction in force, nobody is safe. right? You can do everything right. You can have all of your I's dotted, your T's crossed, and still see, be reduced from, and exempted from the military. And you're not put out of the military, but you're not allowed to enlist anymore. So, and even the promotions become very few and far between, and you pretty much have to walk on water in order to receive that next promotion. So all of that government safety, guys, is not there. Even I, being a part of the military and have been my entire life, my mom was in the Army, I was in the Army, I'm married a soldier. So I'm telling you that I've seen the changes in the military, and this is a different time. And so what you need to do is really start to look for alternatives. Do not depend on the government to take care of you. Do not depend on your job to take care of you. Find an additional source of income. Now, what I do, I work from home. Okay? I work, before my kids get up and after they go to sleep. So that's when I spend my time on the computer. But that has allowed me to start to build a life to where once my husband gets out of the military, our lifestyle is not going to change. It doesn't matter how many times I move, my income is not going to be decreased because I moved. I'm not going to have to start over with every single move. I just keep going and going. So what I want you to do right now is click on the link below, put in your email address, check out the system that I use to make my money on the internet, and start to build a life where you don't have to depend on your job, so that if your furlough continues forever, if your job goes away, then guess what? That's okay, because you already have another source of income. So I really hope this helps you in understanding what's happening with these furloughs. And if you are my furloughed person watching this video, listen, I applaud you for being a part of our government system, and I definitely feel for you in that your hours have been cut. But I'm telling you, take the opportunity, take this as an opportunity as a wake-up call, to find other ways to provide income for your families. So I hope this helps you. This is Lysandra Everett, the Millionaire Mill Spouse. Keep marching forward, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.